Hi everyone! I come with a new video today to show you one of my latest illustrated books, some behind the scenes of working on it and the tools I used. I will also show you some sketches I made for the book and show you some finished pieces, as I know this is usually the part you enjoy the most. By the time this video is up, the book The Wild World Handbook Creatures is already out, so I invite you all to check it out. I'm leaving the link to it below. Creatures is the second part of the series The Wild World Handbook I've illustrated. You can check the video I made about the first one on my channel too. Both books have been a pleasure to work on, as they talk about environment, natural world and animals, which is something I'm very passionate about. The idea behind the cover was to continue the aesthetics of the first volume by creating a new island where young nature lovers observe and interact with different animals. We wanted to show this harmony and curiosity between people and animals, which I think is an amazing concept. One of the things I enjoyed the most when working on both covers was coming up with creative ideas of combining different environments and landscapes, often by finding connections between them so that one can fluently transform into another. The Wildwood Handbook consists of different sizes of illustrations, and so here you will find fully illustrated spreads, pages and also small spot ones. I remember in the video about the first handbook I showed you the illustration of the otter that you really liked, so to carry on the tradition, here are some sea otters I made swimming between kelp. All the illustrations for both books I made in Procreate. I was working with the final canvas size from the very beginning. This is something you often ask about. I've been working in 400 dpi so that some illustrations can get a bit resized if needed, just to be safe. When working on client projects, I normally make some small post-production edition in Photoshop, but it doesn't include any major changes, just some final color and quality check. One of my favorite illustrations created for the book is the page with all the amazing colorful birds. I think it's interesting to see how a sketch in this case shows a composition of the page and the placement of different bird species, but only in the final piece all the wonderful birds can be really appreciated thanks to the colors. In the handbook you will find all the interesting information about them, which I think is really fascinating. If you want to grab a copy of either of those books, Creatures or Habitats, I will leave the links below. The Possum Family represents a scene of an urban wildlife which I think we often tend to ignore or underestimate. Drawing all those little baby possums was such a fun thing to do. To create all the illustrations I used my own brushes. I use always brushes from the sketching pack to prepare my sketches. Here I used a lot of HB and 8B pencil. My go-to brushes for applying color are from Artist Pack. I got especially fond of one brush called Ink Spots Shadow when I was illustrating this book, and for sure you will see me using that one a lot. For textures, depending on what I was needing, I was using either the ones from Creators Pack, Grain and Noise Set, or some default Procreate ones. I will leave you the link to my brushes below in case you want to have a look. I always enjoy illustrating underwater scenes, and in Creatures you will see many of them. This one, showing 3 whales, is one of my favorite ones. I always feel like the way in which the light illuminates the underwater world and how all the animals move makes it look and seem very relaxing. I also often look at live cameras when working, so I can observe some of the animals in their natural habitats, which is also very fascinating. In case of this sketch, I just showed how I wanted my whales to be situated, but all the details, lights and shadow, I worked them directly in the color version. I know there are artists who decide to take their sketches to that next level and show light values already at the early stage, but I find that by clearly showing how and where I'm placing the main characters and the most crucial elements of the scene, the process is more dynamic and effective. I will be also talking a lot about my sketching process in my upcoming online class, if you'd like to know more about it. You might have noticed that I have been less active here on YouTube lately, and it's because I've been working on many exciting projects that I hope to start showing you soon. I've also been working very hard on my upcoming online class. I will be soon sharing more about it. If you don't want to miss the latest updates, don't forget to subscribe to my free newsletter and follow me on Instagram. If you got any of the Wildwood handbooks, let me know below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Also, as always, if there's any particular subject regarding illustration or illustration profession that you'd like me to talk about in my videos, let me know that too. Thank you a lot for watching, and I see you soon.